So, hi everyone, welcome to the course and let's start with the array of objects. So, what do you think? What can be array of objects? So, basically, as the name suggests, is the combination of an array plus an object. So, you will have both the things in one particular thing. So, let's see how this works. First of all, you will create a variable by any name, or you can just say my course. Okay. And to this, how you start an array, you will exactly start by the square braces. In that thing, you have to create a object. That is why it is known as array of objects. So inside array, you have objects. So to objects, you can always have key value, but you have to have one ID. ID is universally unique, so it will represent every object uniquely. So to this ID, let's suppose even I'm not writing ID, so I'll write course name. Course name is, let's suppose, front end. Okay, and after that you want to have a price of this course. Let's suppose it's 5,000, and you want level is basic to advanced. Okay, so this is your one object. Now I want to have the same key and value but for some another codes. So what you will do, you will again create an object with the same key, but here the value is going to be different. Let's suppose it's backend, and for the price, change the price as 6,000 and level is advanced. Okay, so these two objects are there. Now how you will print this? This is your array of object. So this particular object is at position 0. That means its index is 0, the whole of the object. Now for this particular object, your index is 1. Now if you'll print it, you will get exactly like this. Now open it, refresh it, see, you have both the objects in your array. So if you want each of the objects to be printed in it, how you will do that? Let's try with the simple for loop. I is equals to 0, I less than your my codes dot length and I plus plus. Okay, and in that write console.log my course I. Okay, and now let's go back and see your, first of all, it is printed like this and this one is like this, because this one is present at index 0, so you are getting your 0 objects. Okay, the object present at 0 index, and similarly your object present at 1 index. But this is not the efficient way to reflect this particular array of object. So which loop you will be using for this? See, if you are using for in loop, so you will say for let key in my codes. So I'm just showing you that this works or not. You can just check, so you will know this to use or not. So my course is the name of your array of object. After that you have a key which will with this, because this is going through the keys, and your course name, because you want to print only course name of your array of object. See, your course name is printed, the front end and the back end. So whenever you want any particular thing, you can access it with the help of your dot operator. So let's suppose you want price also, so you will say dot and print it. So you'll get the price also. See, you're getting it. This is how you can use for in loop. But the efficient way is to use for each loop. So we already covered for each. You will use the name of your objects and put for each. Inside it, this thing, it takes 3 arguments. Which one was that? item, index and array, but we don't want index and array over here. We just want to use our elements. So here you will just do console.log item. So when you will put item, your whole of the object will be printed inside the array. But if you want to access some things, some single things, so you can also do that. Now you can also see that whenever I am putting this dot, I have all the keys over here, so that whatever I want to print it, I can. So this is basic to advanced and advanced. Okay. But for array of object, we have some special method also, which is a map. Map method is the inbuilt method which we use to iterate over an array of objects. So it is basically the special one for our array of objects. But how you will do that? It also takes 3 arguments: item, your index and array. So you just need to have a method over here. So when you put map, it will give you the array. But the only difference is you can store this thing. So what is the difference between your for each and map? In for each, you can only use that thing to iterate an array. But map method also stores the result in specific array and it prints that. Now let's suppose if you want course name only, right? Course's name, let's suppose, so that we can differ it from variable name, from keys. Okay, so you want to have course name in here. So what you want to return item dot course name. Okay, and now print your course's name. So see, you are getting an array which is containing your both the course name, front end plus back end. So how it is done? See, for my course, which is your array of object, this map method iterates over an every object. What do I mean by that? It will first iterate for your object present at index 0. So what it will return? It will return item dot course name, which is this front end one. So it is going to store in the course name variable. So this variable will automatically store the result in the form of array. We don't need to specify it. Okay. So next time it will return this and we are going to print that. Okay. Next time it is again going at index 1 because it will automatically traverse till the length of the array of object. So what is the course name? Backend. So it will again add to this particular variable and the course's name will be printed. So this is how your map works. Now let's suppose you want to have any particular things in different array. Let's suppose you want to put some condition, and on the basis of that condition you want to perform some another operation. So for that you use filter. Let me just give you an example. So you guys order food from Zomato or Swiggy. So in there you have a menu available, right, which contains all the food item names. But sometimes it is possible that you want to target some category. Let's suppose you want to have fast food category. So when you go to that category, you have foods from all the fast food category. So that is done because of filtering. So at that point we do filtering. We divide the things on the basis of category. So let's do this thing here also, that if you want to divide courses on the basis of their category, so how you can do that? Let's suppose I want to have a category development. Okay. And front end, right? Front end over here. Okay. So this is your one category. Now change the name of the codes. You can put over here as your JavaScript. Similarly, do with this. Go with Node.js and put a category as your backend. Now obviously we want to have more categories, because how we will display that will be displayed only because when we'll have some categories. So here put React.js and put a category of front end. Now remember one thing, your category names should be same if you want to filter it out. Now I am going to use our filter method. Let's category course equals to, now map method is also the same way, the way you use map, but the only difference is with map you iterate over all of your array of objects, but with filter you will only get the element you have added the condition. So put a filter over here. It will also take 3 types of argument, but we need item only. Okay, so use your array of index. Now I want to return if my item, you will write if item means this one. Now what do you want? You want category, so select your key name as it is. So put dot category if it is equals to your front end development. Now copy the name as it is you have mentioned in the category, otherwise your answer will not be there. Okay, and now put console.log print the category course. This will also give you an array. Now check this, you are getting your JavaScript and React because this is under the category of front end development. Okay, so if you do backend over here, you will only get your Node.js. See, you have, okay, try to do this thing, copy this thing because development spelling is different from here. So copy this here and now you will get an Node.js. See, this is how your filter works. So these two are the important methods which will be used many times in your any project, and it is also the important method from the perspective of your React.js. So do not forget to practice it more. Thank you so much everyone.